Sarasota. I dress up like a monkey. When I get there, everyone's really excited to see the chicken truck, and they're all taking pictures with the chicken truck because the chicken truck's like it's like his own celebrity. My vexatious vehicle is his own celebrity, and so we get to there, and they dress me up like a monkey in a jail outfit. Like I've got black and whites, like a chain gang. They put chains around my neck. They said, "All right, Sky, you're gonna go and you're gonna dump these coconuts at the door of the Whole Foods, and then you're going to smash the coconuts, and then get off property." And so I did. That's what I did. And when I did, this little rookie cop, this little pudgy bastard police officer decides to come over, and he grabs my arm. I'm holding a sign. And so he grabs my arm and he says, you've been observed destruction of property. And I said, and he said, you've been observed destruction of property. You're going to be detained. And I said, he said, do you understand me? You're going to be you're going to be detained for destruction of property. I'm taking you with me. You're coming with me. And then he reaches up to grab to put my hand behind me. He's got his one hand on me, and he pulls the other hand, and he's gonna push. He's pushing, and I'm like, I'm not moving. And the campaigner and I at the same time say, we didn't destroy public property. And he's like, oh wait, you didn't? Why do cops feel like they can put their hands on you? Like, that's the thing. No police officer allowed. I've had police in my face. I've had them talk shit. I've had them lie to me. I've had them say things that they shouldn't have said. I've had cops do all sorts of things where they've crossed lines, but I've never really had one put their hand on me. I've had them square off on me, but like the whole thing is like, don't you touch me, and I don't touch you. Like, that's the rule. It's like going to a strip club. You can look, but you can't touch, officer. Don't touch the merchandise. I am a fragile flower and don't like being touched by ham-fisted buffoons like you pigs. It's bad for the cops. I shouldn't call them. It's bad for the pigs. You shouldn't call cops pigs because it demeans the pigs. But the filth of the police departments across America, they decide to, this time, for some reason, this rookie cop decides to pull my arm. He looked like a little fat Matt Damon, kind of like a little pudgy fat Matt Damon. And anyway, so he backs off. They go back to their side where they're supposed to be. And I'm like, I'm so mad because I've never had a cop put his hands on me in a way that I haven't been. Even, you know what's crazy? Even I've been arrested, and I don't remember the police really touching me very much. They don't touch you. They touch you as little as possible, unless you're like resisting or doing something crazy. Like he was about to get really physical with me, and it's so literally so dumb because nobody had destroyed any property. They were our coconuts. We made a mess. That's true. We didn't make a mess. But then the campaigner, Wendy, she's like, we'll pick up if it's the mess you're worried about, we'll pick it up. There's no reason to arrest anybody, officer. Fucking amateur. Anyway, so we get all this over, and so then we do the protest. Everything's cool, and the regular stuff where people like, what about the humans? We wanna walk here. I gotta get to work. And then some old lady's like, I can't even hear because of you. Yeah. All this stuff. People like, some people are pro, some people are against. Same old protest stuff where people are screaming at us. Some people are like, yeah, all that stuff. It's about a 50-50 mixed bag, really, usually, when it comes to that stuff. So at the end, we're like, okay, calling it quits. We're going for lunch. And then we're shutting it down. And then the cops come over, including that Matt Damon pudgy bastard, comes over and they talk to everybody else like, "Oh, well, what's the issue? We're really curious about what's going on. I don't understand what the problem is. We're just really interested in what's happening." Super cool and nice all of a sudden. And it's like the only thing I can think of is that they realized that homeboy was wrong because he came up by himself. All the other cops were back there, like they were playing a practical joke on him. Like they were like, "Hey, why don't you pull that big guy, the biggest one? Why don't you go get him?" Like the only thing I could think of is that I'm walking here. I'm walking here. Yeah, like Dustin Hoffman in Midnight Cowboy. The only thing I could think of is that they were playing a practical joke on him. This kid was probably bullied in high school and sees me and he's like, "I'm gonna take that big guy down." But when he realized he was in the wrong, an hour later, now he wants to make friends. So there you go. These cops, you can't trust them. That's one thing I was thinking when I was there, because there was one activist that kept going over to the cops and giving them pamphlets and talking to them and shit. And one thing I like about DXE is that they say, "Don't talk to cops. Don't talk to them. If they come up and ask you a question that is okay to answer, go ahead, or just ignore them. It's up to you, but don't approach them and try to but they're not your friends. The cops, their paychecks are paid by taxes. Whole Foods probably pays their paycheck more than we do because they collect a lot of sales tax. They are the ones that collect the taxes for the police department. They own the cops. They they are not your friends. They're not friends to activists. They'll go, "Oh, we're all about First Amendment rights." All right, then shut the fuck up and let us do our job. And you do yours. You stand over there. We'll stand over here. Shut the fuck up. We got something to say. You don't. Then shut the fuck up. When you got something to say, your First Amendment rights, I'll observe them. These cops are never going to be your friends. They're not your friends. If you're an activist, the cops are immediately on a adversarial footing with you. No way around it. They have a job to do, so do you. If they got a job to stand there and make sure you don't do anything naughty, and you got a job to say what you need to say and try to change the world. That's the deal. They want to protect property, you want to change the world. That's it. You're in the property protecting business. I'm in the world changing business, officer. So why don't you stand over there and protect property? Protect the property of the rich. That's your job. Go for it. But a couple of activists kept going over and like talking to the cops, like, "Oh, how beautiful day today, isn't it?" Fuck that. God damn it. Worst case scenario is that they will use anything that you say in a court of law every time. Reacting to anything today, Lacey, I do that at nighttime. I don't react to things in the morning time. In the morning time, it's the pre-shift. We just try to like get motivated to go out and do some activism today. Anywhere you can, anytime, any place. You towering over him dressed as a monkey. Yeah, I was. Did you see the video of me towering over him dressed like a monkey? But if you guys are looking for things to watch, I mean, Vegan Nave has a new video out. It's fantastic. I really like that today. I watched that one. I watched Isel's new video. It's good stuff. Paul Campbell, protect and serve the rich. That's what the cops are there to do. They are there not to be your friend. Their job is to observe and take notes and report on what happened to their superiors. That's their job. That's what they do. If you don't, if you don't think that's the case, then I don't know what I feel bad for you, bro. I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, and the cops are all of them. I tried to ask you this last stream. How much is the Patreon? $3. I think it's $3. It's the lowest. I think $3 is the lowest, and it goes up from there. Yeah, there's all different types of Patreons that you can do, but I think it's $3. It's the same price as it is on channel member. You can become a channel member for a couple bucks, for a couple smackers.